This is the second part of my little mini series, My Road to Retirement, which is coming up so fast that I can smell it. And in this video, I'm going to share with you all the reasons why I think you should not slow down in retirement, and all the things that I'm looking forward to doing and having the time to do finally. And as before, I have made notes here because I've got quite a list. Actually, when I think about all the things that I want to do and don't have time for, between the early years of raising kids, working all kinds of shifts, and then, all the other things that go on with life, I don't know. Maybe some people, maybe you're lucky enough to have been able to do all the things you've wanted to do, but I have not. I have done a lot of things, but there's so many more things that I'm looking forward to doing. And from right off the bat, you can go back and watch that video that I made yesterday that it talks about how I'm actually feeling, and there's a lot of mixed emotions in there. But one of the things I'm most grateful for is that between my life and my work, I think I've got so much experience, and I used to have to work because I needed the income. But now, because I don't need the income like I did then, I can now share my knowledge, the things that I have acquired over 35 years of nursing, and all the things that I've gone through in my life with you for free, and I don't have to worry about it. Now, I'm hoping that, I can somehow monetize this too, because this is, even though it's a thing that I enjoy incredibly as a creative outlet and an ability to give back, it still would be nice for some of it to pay for itself. All right, so let's get started here on the very first thing that I wanted to say is, I've already started talking about it, health and advocacy, because I feel like I can give back in a lot of ways, and it sounds like from some of the comments that I've received that some people, the things that I know that seem kind of common knowledge to me, not everybody knows. And there is that whole saying of, just because it seems like everybody knows what you know, it's not true. So that's why sometimes I feel like a little bit dumb for saying things that to me seem obvious, but it may not be obvious to everybody, and maybe somebody like you needs to hear it. And because I've also had my mom's side of the family, basically they all died of Alzheimer's, it's something that I became very passionate about in nursing. And that was in my 40s. My middle aunt, she's the middle sister of the three girls, my mom was the oldest, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease when she was in her early 50s. And I was only in my 40s. She was only, I think, 13 years older than me. She was 13 when I was born. Our birthdays are a day apart. And that scared the heck out of me. And even with all the years of nursing I'd had by then, there was nothing in there about prevention of Alzheimer's or any kind of dementia. There was no information that I usually provided to people about how to look after your health a lot earlier so that you can prevent these chronic diseases. Because I truly believe that a lot of these things you can actually keep from starting up, or at least delaying their onset for so long if you have a healthy lifestyle. But you don't learn any preventative type stuff in the hospital, and we didn't learn it in nursing school. And that brings me back to a few things, is that I do think that most medical professionals, physicians, and whoever you see have good intentions, but the lack of education that was provided is horrendous. And that is everything from all kinds of preventative measures that you can take, right down to women's health. I am such a strong believer in hormone replacement therapy for women in menopause. At least I want you to be informed about your choices and the benefits of keeping up your hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone when you start hitting perimenopause and on. But that isn't taught. it's, I started taking hormones when I was 50. But I had to fight tooth and nail with my doctor about this, even though I researched it. I had to look all the stuff up on my own and figure it out and basically tell her how to prescribe it. But that's not because she doesn't want to help, and it's not because some people don't want to, you think that they're, fighting against you, but it's just a lack of education, so they don't feel confident in prescribing. Anyways, I believe people, women, have the right to know about it so they can make informed decisions. And the other thing is that I truly believe that you have to be a self-advocate for your health. You can be turned away so many times and made to feel like a fool, like you've got brought up a minor, inconsequential matter, but it's something that's been niggling at you, and you feel like there's something not right, and then they turn you away and make you feel like a fool. Don't let that stop you. I know it's heartbreaking, but I've seen so many people, sadly, that have been ignored, or things have been missed or forgotten accidentally, not on purpose, and they didn't follow up fast enough, and they're gone from us. So it is very important to be the squeaky wheel. It's better to be, laughed at than something worse happening. That's my opinion. And that's why I want everybody to always know, just because your healthcare provider says no or doesn't think it's important, if you feel it's important, you have to follow your heart and keep looking for the answers. Then there's the whole thing about skincare. And one thing I want to mention, the things that I'm passionate about and I want to follow up with in my retirement, these are probably things that I'm going to bring to you on this channel. So not everything, but because I'm making this channel, it's about my life and how I'm moving forward and bringing you information that I learn or find out or have, decided, for me works best. So I'm sharing it. So you're going to see bits of this all in my videos. So if this is the type of content you like, then, watch the videos. But if it's not, that's okay too. But I am going to probably include some skincare content in there also, because I do enjoy it. And because of the channel, I've been contacted by various companies. They offer to send me things. And my channel is tiny, tiny. But anyways, I've said no to basically everything except this one tool that it's actually arriving later today. I have been looking into this skincare thing for years, at least 2 years, probably more. But seriously, actually, in the last year, I reviewed things, watched videos on other people using them, and then they reached out to me. So I'm going to test it out. All they want is me to review it. So you're going to see a video like that come up, because that kind of stuff is important to me. Yeah, I'm trying to stay healthy and fit, but I also want to stay looking as good as I can. So then there's other things besides. That's kind of my health advocacy that I am really passionate about. There's other things too, like homelessness, mental illness, that are really important to me, that I do on my own personal time and talk about, and always am looking for ways to help. And I'll probably do more of that when I'm retired, and I look forward to that. Sometimes I think that if I could have been a nurse in another area, it would have probably been with mental health and kind of the outreach programs. But I can do that now volunteering. So then there's this other thing that I'm so interested in, and that's my culture. You're going to see bits of Finnish stuff in my videos, because I am now going to get my Finnish citizenship back. When we moved to Canada as a family, I was a child. We didn't have an option, and I'm not sure if it was Canada, it was probably Finland, that didn't allow you to have dual citizenship at that time. So I'm going to pursue that. My younger sister already got hers, so she's now dual Canadian and Finnish citizen. I'm going to do that too, because I want to be a Finnish citizen. I'm very proud of Finland, and I have always felt like that's my home, and Canada is my home too. I'm gonna look into making Ruisleipa, the Finnish rye bread. It's a sour bread. I love sour bread of all kind, but the Finnish rye bread, the sour bread, the Ruisleipa, is very different. It's a very, well, I don't want to say tough, but it's a denser bread. And I have not had the time to make any types of sour breads, but I'm so looking forward to that. And if there's some interest, it may end up on a video here too, because I am excited to try making Finnish rye bread because it's so delicious in Finland. And sometimes I'm able to buy some that they ship over, but I'd like to make some homemade ruisleipa. And if you're interested, I'll put it on there, on the videos. And also just some plant-based cooking. I like veganizing some of the heavier, richer Finnish dishes that I grew up eating, and I've made them more plant-based. I like doing that too, and if anybody's interested, I'll make more of those videos. I just love to cook and bake only when I have the time. When I'm doing it because we have to eat and we're all home from work or trying to feed kids and stuff like that, that to me is just work. But when I can do it leisurely and shop for the ingredients and, you know, make it a thing, I enjoy that a lot. So I may film those too because that's enjoyable for me. The other thing is that I've worked on my family tree. I have done my DNA. I'm going to pursue that because I think I've got my family tree in Finland back to the 1700s at least. But it's very interesting to me. I don't know if you're into that kind of thing. I don't know how to do it well, but it's something I want to pursue. And it's interesting because I found on my dad's side, we are related to a lot of people that are famous in history and are currently famous. Like I've got cousins that are, if I said their names, they're, you know, sixth cousin and ninth cousin or something like that. If I said their names, you'd know who they were, probably. And the other thing is that I want to travel. I want to travel, and I want to travel to Finland a lot, but I want to travel to other countries. I'm hoping to get to Italy very soon. And then my husband is a real motorcycle addict. He's had 3 at one time. Now he only has 2 Harley Davidsons. And he loves to go on road trips. So we will be doing a lot of road tripping on the motorcycle. I don't ride. I've never had a desire to ride a motorcycle. I know in emergency we call those donor machines, but I like sitting on the back of motorcycles. I like visiting because you actually get a better experience of the area that you're visiting when you're on a motorcycle. I don't like just doing it when I'm working because it takes a lot of my time and I'm just sitting there in the back, you know, in my own thoughts. But I would love to go with him and do these long road trips because it is a lot of fun, especially when the weather's nice. The other thing that I really am interested in doing is doing all these creative pursuits because it's not just the YouTube channel. I like doing it. I also want to do things like the things that I love doing, the knitting and all that kind of stuff, gardening. All that is so much fun and learning about it. And when you are learning and maybe even joining a community of some kind, it's the community aspect and the learning that is really good for your brain. So I'm always going to keep that kind of thing going because I want myself to be fulfilled, you know, brain-wise, with always having to be thinking and filled, you know, emotionally, so you feel good about yourself. I also think that I have wasted a lot of time on this channel over the years, in a sense, because I was doing a lot of videos on a variety of topics. And the algorithm then doesn't know where to place you, even though I'm always kind of talking about the same kinds of things as a woman and are over 50 and now over 60. But I don't find that the satisfaction from YouTube that it's, maybe I'm not putting the things out properly so that you will find them interesting. That could be it. So I'm not blaming YouTube for this at all. I'm just finding that I'm not getting the views or people watching, and then it's like I'm just talking to myself. And sometimes a video will get lots of views and then another nothing, and you know, you put all this effort into it. So I don't want this to be my whole thing, but it is certainly a part I like, and it's a part of my feeling good about myself by sharing what I know in a way that is just more of a friend to friend versus preaching down at you, because nobody wants that. I did start a second channel though, and because when we've been slowly updating our house, especially since my husband retired last year, and it needs a lot of updating, a lot of stuff that I want to fix up and change and make nice. So I thought, well, since I'm doing this anyways, why don't I film it? So I started a second channel for that. I've only put a few videos up on it because even though I've filmed a lot as we've done them, I haven't edited it and put it together because editing takes a lot of time. So if you're interested in kind of home updates, reno type things, not a lot of huge renos, but even small things, my channel is My Nordic Home, and I'll list it in the description. If you're at all interested in that kind of thing, you can check it out. And that brings me back to just my home life. Like, sustainable living is important to me, simple living. Like, I don't want chaos in my life. Even though I don't want to slow down, I want it to be a slower life that I enjoy fully. So that means I want to cook more. I am going to grow my garden. If you've watched any of the videos where I have that, you can see the garden. And I bought one of the raised garden beds, and I'm going to add a lot more. I want to have as much food that we grow ourselves up there. And I love sharing it with my grandson. Now I've got 2 grandsons, because they love to be up there. And it's so nice in the summertime. So I'm so looking forward to growing a lot of food. And then I want to try sprouting. Sprouting is so healthy for you and takes up little space and is inexpensive to try. So that's definitely something I'm going to try, and I probably will share my experiences with you if you're interested in that. Any of these things, let me know if something kind of sparks your curiosity, because it lets me know what I should make videos about too. And that would be just me sharing what I'm learning and how to do it and what I think of it and if I'll continue, basically. Because what if I try it and I don't like it at all? That's why retirement isn't an ending at all for me. It's now at the beginning of where I can share more, do more things that I'm looking forward to, and just being able to enjoy life. And that's so important. So many people I have known personally and then through work that just retire and they get sick or have a heart attack, and that's it. Oh my gosh. Like, it's heartbreaking to hear that. So I really hope that doesn't happen to me or my husband. But, that's why I don't want to wait anymore, and I'm ready to do it now. And because I've got so many things I want to enjoy. I hope you're getting close to retirement or at retirement, or, whatever stage of life you are at. And if you have any of these things that are of interest to you that you'd like to see me make more videos about, I'd love to hear. And if you haven't watched this video where I talk about my actual feelings about this retirement and how, we're so expected to know everything at this point, and I feel like a kid still, and watch this here, because I explain all that to you there. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.